Hello, in this video we're going to look at how to draw a box plot and how to find outliers. The box plot shows information about the heights of a sample of skyscrapers in Asia in 2010. Here's our box plot. Just let me explain what this box plot shows us. It gives us 5 important measures for our data. It gives us the minimum. It gives us the lower quartile, also called Q1. It gives us the median, also called Q2. It gives us the upper quartile, also called Q3, and the maximum data. So we're asked to write down the median. We simply read this middle line on the scale, and I see that it's 290. We're asked to calculate the interquartile range. That's the distance between Q1 and Q3. So it's calculated by doing Q3 minus Q1. I've read Q1 as 260, Q3 as 350. I find the difference between them, and the interquartile range is 90. Then I'm asked to explain what the cross on the box plot shows. This cross here, this is an unusually large value. The cross represents an outlier. An outlier is a value that is unusually large or unusually small. In this case, it's a very tall skyscraper. So I mentioned this was the maximum value, but in this case, it will be the next largest value. This outlier is the largest value, and this will be the next largest value. On this slide, we will draw a box plot. The table shows information about heights of a skyscraper in America. We're given the minimum value, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the maximum value. I'm going to draw a box plot with those data first. So for each of these values, I will draw a vertical line. I need to draw a vertical line at 240 for my minimum value, 255 for my lower quartile or Q1, 270 for my median or Q2, 300 for my upper quartile or Q3, and 442 for my maximum value. I can then join these with a horizontal line to form the whiskers and the box. So there it is, my box plot for the heights of skyscrapers in America in 2010. I'm also told that the second tallest skyscraper is 350 metres, and I'm asked to show the outliers on the box plot. Here are some calculations. A small outlier will be less than Q1 minus 1.5 times the interquartile range. A large outlier will be larger than Q3 plus 1.5 times the interquartile range. So I'm going to look at this value, Q3 plus 1.5 times the interquartile range. I've found the interquartile range. I've taken the data from the table, 300, my upper quartile, minus 255, gives me an interquartile range of 45. I'm going to multiply that by 1.5 to get 67.5. And then I'm going to add that on to Q3, the upper quartile. This gives me 300, the upper quartile, plus 67.5. This gives me 367.5. Now I'm just going to mark that on my box plot, 367.5. It's about there. Now, what I notice is the maximum value, 442, is larger than that value. So in fact, it's going to be an outlier. 442 will be an outlier. So I need to change this box plot. Now on this box plot, I need to mark the next tallest skyscraper at 350. I can join the whisker there. And then I need to mark my outlier with a cross at 442. Remember, that was my outlier. So I'm just going to put in a cross to show where the outlier was. Now I don't need to leave that red mark on there. I was just showing that was the boundary that I found. So that video shows you how to draw the box plot and how to determine where the outliers are. I hope you found it useful.